Hello, and welcome to our monthly rewind show, March edition. We have a great show for you tonight, but have you ever wondered, how did we get here in the first place?
America runs on Bolivar time.
Well, you ain't never gonna ever have your hand no friend of mine.
This is a dorky show, Bart. Change the channel.
No.
Change the channel.
No.
Change the channel.
No.
Change the channel.
No.
And what does our future look like? In the TV industry, of course. Let me show you.
It looks good. I think we should put Josh and Liv in next.
Wake up, Township. Today's Wednesday, March 14th. Happy Pi Day. I'm Josh Cicino.
And I'm Olivia Schaefer, and here are your morning announcements.
And here we go to Emily and Jeff.
All right, why don't we take 4 to Emily and Jeff?
This is Emily reporting from Monthly Rewind Season 22.
That's pretty good.
It was okay. It was all right. I hope whatever John's doing is better.
What was this? What is this? This is terrible. You guys are, what are you doing right now? Honestly, what are you doing?
Tom? I got Josh and Liv's morning announcements. I got Emily and Jeff's live broadcast. And I got shots from John's upcoming movie coming up. All on this flash drive, with the help on this memory card, for the help of Jade and Alexa. And I need you to make it a masterpiece.
All right, cool. Got it.
Yo, Don, do me a favor and give this to Bouchard.
Sure.
Thanks, buddy.
Here, Mr. Bouchard, on this card is our future.
Great, thank you.
Hey, that was Miguel's opening. We're back to Monthly Rewind. Welcome back. This is our March show. So to start off, I have my segment on Mike Smith, who came to our school to tell us about his program and what he's done. He actually made a skate park for kids, so watch that.
On Monday, March 5th, Washington Township High School hosted a rather unique and interesting assembly, one that included everything from motivational speaking to onstage dance competitions. The assembly, which brought many schools from around the county together, was held for all members of the Renaissance program. It was led by founder and frontman Mike Smith, who became famous for creating an indoor skate park that gave many younger people a place to escape and have a good time. With all of his experience in this field, he was able to put on a school assembly like no other, which many students did not expect.
I didn't really have any expectations. I just knew like the time frame that it was running from, and I was like, this thing's gonna be really long. And I thought it was just gonna be the guy like talking by himself the whole time. But I was pleasantly surprised by the fact that there were like different speakers, and they were all really entertaining.
Oh, I just assumed it was gonna be like a regular boring school assembly about like bullying or drugs or something like that.
Alright, so going in, I thought the assembly would be boring. I thought it would put me to sleep, but it turned out better than I thought, so yeah.
Upon arriving, students from all over the state of New Jersey were not only introduced to the Mike Smith, but also a DJ, a student-teacher dance competition, and a series of both inspirational and entertaining videos. Because of this, the assembly shaped out to be an altogether different experience, which both surprised and excited students.
I was definitely surprised because like you walk in and there was this DJ that looked like a female Skrillex. She was wild, first of all, and I didn't see that coming at all. It was like a rave.
Yeah, when I got in there, it was really crazy. There was like DJs up on the stage. It was different.
When I got there, everything looked pretty cool. There were a lot of dancers, there were people doing the wave, and the DJ was pretty lit, so it was pretty cool.
During this assembly, famed inspirational speaker Mike Smith, who uses a combination of relatable stories and skateboarding montages to keep the attention of the audience, created a show that was both educational and entertaining. He talked a fair bit about the importance of having goals and described his own experiences as a younger man. This included the time in high school where he first thought of the skate park that he would later create in his early 20s.
I feel like he presented himself as like a very genuine person, and a lot of like guest speakers talk about like how they had this like amazing like childhood, and they were just brought up to be successful, but he kind of made his own way for himself.
Yeah, Mike Smith, he seems like a really chill guy. He was like really relaxed. He was like a regular person, you know, and I think it was really cool, his story and how he helped like that many people.
I thought it was really inspirational, and just getting to hear his stories was like something new for me. Like, I've never heard anything like that, and I just thought that it was like, really inspirational.
Along with his many stories, Smith shared what he believes to be a very important part of making a difference in the world. This was the idea that little things can help to make a larger impact, which he showed through his plan to deliver socks to the homeless, which he achieved only a few years ago.
I think small acts of kindness really do make a difference, because if you go out there and you're kind to somebody and it inspires them to be kind to somebody else, that's already double the amount of people you reached before.
I agree that by doing little things you can help many people, because like if you can give like your old clothes to kids that needs them, you can help them a lot, because a lot of them don't have clothes.
I think that's actually pretty important in someone's life, just like knowing that even if it's something small, you don't know how big of an impact it can have in someone else's life, and I think that's really important.
Overall, the assembly, which boasted the phrase "find your grind," was a great success, as it showed the students a good time and gave them some great lessons to walk away with.
I'll stop going on my phone so much. He made us go into our settings and see like how much time you spent on each app like during the week, and oh my god, I spent so many hours on Candy Crush.
From this assembly, I'm probably going to take away like the idea that you can incorporate things that you like into helping people out, like he did with the skating and then helping the homeless people.
I'm definitely going to try and be a better person, and like recalling his stories, just like trying to do a couple good things to make a bigger difference in the world. Like, I think that's pretty important too.
Whether you were at the assembly or not, it is still very easy to see why WTHS brought Mr. Mike Smith in to speak with the students, as he provided great information as well as a memorable and fun experience. This is John Machichi reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 22.
You just watched John's segment on the Mike Smith Pep Rally. Now here's my segment on Way Off Broadway's successful musical, Into the Woods, which was performed by students in our school. Way Off Broadway's annual spring musical premiered on March 10th in WTHS's 1112 Playhouse. This year's musical, Into the Woods, took a different take on the traditional fairy tale stories we're used to hearing and showed us what happened after Happily Ever After. The story centers around three central characters, the baker, the baker's wife, and the witch, who are all involved in the stories of Rapunzel, Cinderella, Jack and the Beanstalk, and Little Red Riding Hood. The baker and baker's wife are tasked by the witch with bringing her 4 items, each one from a different story. With the various characters that appear throughout the show, there are plenty that stand out from the rest and others that people get attached to.
The baker's wife, obviously, because it's me. But I think she's headstrong, she's self-sufficient, she's independent. You know, she's everything that a woman, you know, should strive to be. And she's funny. She's so, so funny. So yeah, except for the whole like cheating thing, she's my favorite character.
After like seeing what we've done with everything, I think the stepsisters are my favorite 2 characters. They make me laugh every time they're on stage, and I just think everything they do is so funny, so I really like watching them.
I love the witch because everything somehow circles around her. Every character's like circled around each other. However, the witch sees every different thing that's going on with each and every character, and she's like one of the biggest comedic reliefs, so it's always good to have that.
The second act of the musical is when the production explores the after Happily Ever After. The characters once again interact with each other, only this time they are trying to survive the giant that is ravaging the kingdom they live in. Over time, some of the characters meet their ends while others figure out a way to defeat the giant. Just like many other Way Off Broadway shows, Into the Woods was a success and left many of those involved with memories that will stay with them for years to come.
My favorite part of the musical is getting a chance to get closer with everyone. This is like my second family, and I enjoy looking forward to, you know, becoming friends with so many different people.
My favorite part of the musical was getting to know people that I didn't know, like, from a day-to-day basis. Like, I don't know, I just feel like I got closer with so many underclassmen that I never see because they're not in chorus.
My favorite part about the musical was definitely working with all these amazing people that have been in this cast, as well as the crew, and just making memories with friends and experiences and making new friends. It's honestly just been an amazing experience, and it's been great.
With so much time and effort put into making another great production, the outcome truly made up for it. The cast and crew put on 4 shows over 3 days, each one slightly different in its own way. lines could be delivered differently, and crowd reactions varied in each performance, but the responses were overwhelmingly positive. Before the last show, the cast and crew gathered for a cast party in which they continued on traditions from previous years, giving out awards, passing on a blanket for most influential actor that was not a lead role, and smashing a pineapple. Way Off Broadway will continue to produce high-quality performances, and they are sure to get better every year. I'm Josh Asino with Monthly Rewind Season 22.
You should watch Josh's segment on Into the Woods. Every year on March 14th, people celebrate Pi Day. Pi is a mathematical symbol that represents 3.14. Let's take a look at some of the celebrations at WTHS on Pi Day.
Every year, Pi Day happens on March 14th. In math, pi is a Greek letter that stands for the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. It's called Pi Day because March is the third month of the year, and it being the 14th makes the date 3/14, which are the first 3 digits of pi. Every year on Pi Day, math teachers have many things they like to do to celebrate the day. This year, one of the main events was the pie eating competition. Students were able to participate or watch the contest, and the winner received a Wawa gift card. It costs $5 to enter and $2 to watch, and the money went towards the Tony Bucca Memorial Scholarship. 38 students competed, but only one could win. Bobby Bodger ate 2.5 pies in 60 seconds and won the $15 Wawa gift card.
I just kind of ate the pie, and then I finished it, and then I got another one.
My strategy was to try and get as much of the cherry with the pie crust possible, that way I could swallow the pie without chewing it.
The participants were given 60 seconds to eat as many 4-ounce cherry pies as they could.
They weren't bad, not the best I've had, but definitely better than I've eaten before.
It was actually good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Some prior experience in pie eating contests would probably help, but it seems like most of the contestants were competing for their first time.
This is my first pie eating contest, and I gotta say, even though I didn't win, I had a great time. I thought I'd do a little better than I did, but I'm gonna blame the system for that one.
Yes, or ever been in.
All in all, the pie eating contest was a highlight of Pi Day. Many students competed in the event and helped raise money for a good cause. I'm Jeff Salamone, reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 22.
That was Jeff's segment on Pi Day. This year on Pi Day, the annual Dodgeball Tournament takes place where many teams will battle it out for the championship title in order to raise money for Student Council. Every year in the month of March, Student Council hosts the annual Dodgeball Tournament, where many teams can come together with their friends, dress up, and play a game of dodgeball. The Dodgeball Tournament is a great hit among many students, as it gives them time to relax and get into a little competitive fun with their friends. While the Dodgeball Tournament is supposed to be a competition, it is also a lot of fun for most of the students. Each student has their own opinion on what their favorite part of the Dodgeball Tournament was.
My favorite part of the Dodgeball Tournament was definitely a night out to get together with my friends, especially a school event. All the teams got together, dressed up, and it was just like a nice night all around.
Well, I got to MC the event, which was really big for me because it was kind of my big break. The teams were great, I had a lot of fun, the kids had a lot of fun, and I think that's what counts the most because in the end it's all about fun, right?
My favorite part about tonight, easily Brian Finneran's commentary, probably the best commentary I've ever heard.
While the Dodgeball Tournament was enjoyable for most people, others were not happy with the outcome of the games. Some students have their own opinions on why they did not like the Dodgeball Tournament.
My least favorite part of the Dodgeball Tournament was losing the tournament and also losing Best Dress after I put all this work into my costume.
Definitely organizing the advertisements and getting people to join.
Losing, early exit first round. I got 3 kids out, but can't always carry your team to the championship.
This year, the Dodgeball Tournament had over 18 teams that participated from all grade levels. Over the years, the Dodgeball Tournament has developed to be the best that it can be for the students. There are many reasons that students feel the Dodgeball Tournament is such a success for all the students.
Dodgeball Tournament, great way to come out, raise some money. You can come out, play with your friends. It's just an overall really good time. It's create some competition between the students.
It's just fun, spending time with your friends, distracts you from going home and doing homework all night, and yeah.
It gave everyone a chance to make a team, come out with their friends, get involved in some extracurricular activity and have a good time,
For the student council members that have to set up the Dodgeball Tournament, they had high expectations for what it will turn out like each year. This year, the student council members agreed that their expectations were met and the Dodgeball Tournament was the best that it could be.
Lots of kids, lots of parents, great attendance. Student council did a great job. Everyone did their jobs. Shout out to Stuco.
Yes, absolutely. I laughed, I cried, I made friends. It was the best $5 I've ever spent.
This year, the winners fought hard in their final game to come out on top and defeat the other team. Even with the excitement with the championship game, many were not happy with the outcome as they wanted to win as well. This leaves the expectations for the Dodgeball Tournament high for next year. I'm Jade Ionase reporting from Monthly Rewind Season 22.
That was Jade's segment on the Dodgeball Tournament. Every year, students always prepare for college. The school offers a college fair where students can take a look at colleges to see what their options are. Here's my segment on the college fair. Here at the Washington Township High School College and Career Fair, students have gotten some insight on different careers and colleges they could consider in the future. From exploring their options to talking to different professionals, advisors, and counselors here at the fair, students have gotten some ideas on what they should do for the rest of their lives. College is a very big step and leading into your career and profession that you'll take up in the future. When students enter high school, they begin the steps to planning their future. Most students find a passion they are interested in and pursue a profession or career in that. So college is the way to go.
I'm interested in Rowan University and especially Stockton.
Right now, the colleges I'm kind of looking at are Rowan, Stockton, Montclair. You know, some that are like kind of close around, but I can still, you know, have a good education.
Students can either set a plan and dream to follow, while others struggle to find out what they want to do.
Criminal justice, because my dad and my grandfather were both police officers, and it's very interesting to me.
I'm kind of undecided. Like, I don't really know what I want to do yet, but I'm still looking around, so, you know, maybe I'll figure it out here.
Luckily, our school offers a college and career fair for students to explore and understand their options for their future plans. Students can talk to advisors from colleges across the country and professionals in certain and different career fields.
My biggest advice for students researching colleges is to definitely go out there for the majors that you're interested in. Don't be afraid of going for the big, the small, the medium size. Just really making sure that the school has what you need. And then my last piece of advice is to go and look at outside scholarships. A lot of times our colleges don't offer full rides, where they don't have scholarships for their criteria of students. So definitely I would advise that students look at outside scholarships because those help tremendously.
My biggest piece of advice for college searching is to take a deep breath and realize there is no bad decision. You're not trying to find the perfect school or the best school. You're trying to find a school that's the right fit for you. And what that means is taking a step back to really think about what you love. What are the moments in your life that give you the greatest happiness? And what kind of career or what kind of path is going to help you have more of those moments for the rest of your life?
Advisors, professionals, and counselors discuss with the students their options, as well as telling them about their experience in the field and colleges and universities they are representing, to give the student a real-life gist of what to expect.
One of the biggest concerns, obviously, is getting in. Even students that know where they want to go and what they want to do are concerned that college is becoming increasingly competitive. The SAT scores and GPA you need are getting higher and higher. So the way to do that, obviously, to work on improving the things you can improve. Get the best grades you can in your classes. Take challenging classes. Because academic rigor is as important as those other factors, and work up those SAT scores.
One of the biggest concerns that I get students ask me questions about is what campus life is like, and that's why in my previous answer I said that it's important for students to go and visit the campuses, because I think that a lot of students think that going to a university you're going to automatically not fit in because especially you're an out-of-state student. So if you could just kind of go visit the campus to get a feel of the university and what it feels like for you as a person, and if you think you would like to get involved, there's definitely tons of organizations at every campus that you can join, and I'm sure every campus has the opportunity for students to start new organizations. So definitely just going out there and getting a feel of if it feels like it's a fit for them or not is the best way to kind of juggle that issue.
There's so many, and it's hard to choose in like a price range, you know, that's available for you.
College is a long 4 years, so, you know, every college, you don't really know where you want to spend those 4 years at, and they're going to be hard 4 years.
With being able to talk to representatives and get some help and guidance, the fair has helped students see what is available to them.
It's good to see colleges that are in the area that are accessible to me.
Yeah, this college fair has definitely helped. I mean, I don't really know what I want to do. So going through these colleges, it's definitely given me a couple ideas on what I want to do.
The College and Career Fair has given students in the Washington Township area a chance to see what they could possibly take up in the future. Doing the right amount of research and finding the perfect fit for you for a college, university, or profession is key to having a successful life and pursuing what you love and enjoy. College is a very big step and leading into your career and profession that you'll take up in the future. This is Emily reporting from Monthly Rewind, Season 22.
That was Emily's segment on the college fair, and now here's my segment on how Washington Township seniors are getting prepared and excited for the most exciting week of senior year, Senior Trip. Senior Trip is one of the most anticipated weeks of senior year. Each year, all of Washington Township seniors have the opportunity to spend 5 days with all their friends and the rest of their class down in Walt Disney World. As the trip gets closer and seniors and teachers begin counting down the days, everyone's excitement continuously grows.
I'm getting excited for Senior Trip by watching and listening to a bunch of Disney movies.
I'm getting excited for Senior Trip in so many ways. I'm going shopping with my friends, we're getting shirts, I'm planning my packing. I'm so excited.
Well, I have a countdown on my board over there for 6 days. I keep thinking about turkey legs and roller coasters. You can ask Catch Sturgis. We talk about it every day. But everybody's starting to bring it up, and I tried to suppress the excitement, but now I can't stop talking about it, and I'm actually really excited to go. I haven't been to Disney in a long time, so I'm excited to go and have fun.
Having 5 full days in Disney World opens up a lot of different fun and exciting opportunities for all the students and chaperones attending, getting them all excited for something different.
I'm excited most about hanging out with my friends, and it's such an awesome place that I haven't been to in a really long time, and I'm also super excited about the weather because I'm over it being cold.
Probably just being in one of the happiest places on earth with all my friends. It's like you never really get that kind of experience to be with all your friends in such a cool place. It's such a fun time, so I think it's going to be really cool.
Walt Disney World is more than just the famous Magic Kingdom. It also includes Universal, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Typhoon Lagoon, and Hollywood Studios.
My favorite park is Universal, and I haven't been there for a while, so I don't really have a favorite ride, but I'm really looking forward to the Harry Potter ride.
My favorite park at Disney is definitely Epcot. I love all the countries, and I think it's so beautiful, but my favorite ride at Disney has to be Space Mountain.
So Universal and Islands of Adventure. I haven't been to Disney in a while, but I went to the Harry Potter world a couple years ago. It's fantastic. Like, you feel like you're immersed. You can't see any extra of the park. You just feel immersed in the Harry Potter world. So I'm a big fan of it, and it's a lot of fun.
Planning out what you need to bring on such a fun trip can sometimes be hard. And with an exciting trip comes lots of time and preparation before feeling entirely ready to go.
I've been preparing for Senior Trip by getting all my stuff together, getting all the outfits, everything, spending a lot of money, and just making sure that I don't forget anything.
I've been preparing for Senior Trip by making lists of what I need to get at the store, making lists of what I need to pack, just making sure I hit all the points and don't forget anything.
I have to pack. I need to go buy new clothes. But I have been hydrating, though, because I'm telling you now, it gets hot. You're going to be tired. So I've been trying to keep drinking water and all that. But I haven't packed or done anything yet.
Previous successful senior trips have raised the bar for this year's 2018 trip, keeping everyone's expectations high for multiple reasons.
My expectations for Senior Trip are it's probably going to be a bit exhausting because I heard that you don't get that much time to sleep, but I also heard that it's going to be a lot of fun, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Let me just tell you, my expectations for Senior Trip are very high, and I don't think it'll disappoint me. I've heard from multiple people last year it's the best week of their life. So my expectations are high.
Expectations, sunny and 85 every day, no rain. The dance and dinner will be great, even though it's at a new venue. And Animal Kingdom will probably be the best for everyone because of the new Avatar ride.
Overall, senior trip is the perfect way to start ending our time in high school. Being surrounded with all our friends in the happiest place on earth is truly rewarding and well-deserved after a long 12-year wait. I'm Olivia Schaefer, reporting from Monthly Rewind, Season 22.
You just watched Liv's segment on Senior Trip Hype. Every year in the NCAA, there is March Madness Tournament, and everyone makes their brackets. Watch my segment to see everyone's predictions. Every year in March, the biggest NCAA sports tournament is held. This is March Madness. This tournament holds 64 teams in a bracket to see who becomes a winner. As usual in any playoff bracket, the highest seed plays the lowest ranked team. Sometimes during this tournament, there are many upsets that no one thinks will ever happen. But sometimes there are some heartbreaking losses which consist of buzzer beaters and or last-minute bizarre foul calls. These things make for a great tournament. With that being said, I asked a few fans who they think will cut down the net at the end of the tournament this year.
So the team I think it's going to win it all is definitely Villanova. Been a big fan of Jay Wright. He's really brought the team forward, and it's great to see them in the Final Four again.
Last year's March Madness champions were the University of North Carolina, who defeated Gonzaga 71-65 on April 3rd, 2017. This was a game for the ages that went back and forth until the final buzzer. With such a great game, I asked a few fans who they think the two teams will face off at the end this year.
Every year I fill out my March Madness bracket myself, but then I give it to my son Dominic, who's the expert at filling out brackets. I remember the first year he did it for me. Villanova was a complete underdog. And when I turned that bracket in to some of my co-workers, they said no way. And they won the championship. So from that point on, I knew Dominic was the one to give the brackets to.
One of the biggest parts of March Madness is making sure your March Madness bracket is filled out. No one in history has yet to get a perfect bracket. The odds of this happening is 1 in 9.2 quintillion. With such low odds of getting a perfect bracket, some people have different strategies to what they do to make sure that their bracket is correct. But sometimes they're just randomly bizarre and they pick the team colors and or the team that they like the best. So I asked a few people, do they ever fill out a bracket and or what's their strategy behind it?
The two teams that I think will go to the championship game this year will definitely be Villanova and Kentucky. Kentucky always has a great team. They got a great basketball program there. They always seem to have the all-stars on the team, and they always seem to put it together. So I'm pretty confident that those two teams will probably be in the championship this year.
All in all, with this year's components of this March Madness tournament, we are set for a great year and a great tournament. This is Dominic Murphy reporting from Monthly Rewind Season 22.
Seconds at midcourt. Jenkins gives it to Jenkins for the championship.
That was Dom's segment on March Madness. Now here's my segment on McDonald's Shamrock Shakes, a shake offered from McDonald's, only limited time to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. It's green, it's minty, and it's delicious. The iconic Shamrock Shake has made its way back into McDonald's to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. The hype of the Shamrock Shake reappears every March, where people come in on the daily to get in the spirit.
The seasonal green mint-flavored milkshake dessert sold at McDonald's was first introduced in 1970. The shake was invented by Arnold Rosen and was made as a way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. While many favor the minty taste and affordable price of the shake, there are others who don't like it. A few students at Washington Township High School share their opinions on Shamrock Shakes.
I like that they're like seasonal and that they're like pretty inexpensive, so you're not like paying a ton of money just to get them.
I do not like Shamrock Shakes. They taste weird, they taste creepy, they look creepy. I just hate them, and I will never drink one again.
When the shake was first created in 1966, it was originally introduced as a lime-lemon flavor until it was changed to mint. People are either fans of mint or strongly dislike it. The mint taste of the shake has been debatable, as some customers say it's not as minty as they would think it would be. Some students share what the Shamrock tastes like to them.
It's not like super minty, but like it's very it's got like a lot of like vanilla, and you can really like taste the sugar, so I think that's where like most of the flavor comes from.
They have this weird minty taste, but it doesn't really taste like mint, but I can tell they're trying to make it taste like mint.
To get a better understanding of what the shake tastes like, here are 4 students from Washington Township High School trying the shake for the first time.
It is about 7:01. I'm about to go inside McDonald's. I'm right outside the store. People are staring at me through the window. But I'm about to go get some Shamrock Shakes. Hopefully they give them to me because that would be really awkward. But whoever is trying them, appreciate me because I took the time to wake up 40 minutes earlier than I normally do to come get some shamrock shakes at 7 in the morning. So, yeah, let's go get a chamois.
Hi, I'm sorry if this is really weird, but can I get 4 shamrock shakes?
What size?
Small. Thank you. Thank you.
It's literally like 7 in the morning. What?
I've never had a shamrock shake.
I've not had one this season yet.
I'm excited, but I'm not because I'm tired. I need a nap and hopefully it'll wake me up.
I'm excited to try one since like all my friends like rave about them, but it's also 8 in the morning, so I don't know if the sugar is gonna be good at this time.
A little early, 7:48 in the morning.
I'm expecting, a lot of fat, a lot of mint too, a lot of fake mint.
I think I've heard that it's minty, but I don't know, it's gonna be really sugary.
It is green.
Wow.
Kind of nervous.
Never seen one before. It's very, very liquidy.
It looks like it's slime.
It's green. Let's give it a taste. It's not what I was expecting.
It's like, it's something I like never tasted before.
That's really weird.
Wow. Tastes exactly the same as it would any other years in the past.
It kind of tastes like St. Patty's Day, if that makes sense.
It's like one of the most different tastes ever. I don't know.
It's not mint, but it is mint, so I'm confused.
It's good, but then it's not at the same time. I don't know how I feel about it.
It's pretty good.
I like it. I think it's good.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
I might drink the whole thing, even if it's 8 in the morning, but yeah, I might go get another one.
It's interesting. I'd also buy another one.
I mean, if you like mint, I'd recommend it.
I'd recommend to a friend.
I would definitely get another shamrock shake.
I think if I was passing by a McDonald's, I would get one, but I wouldn't like voluntarily go there just for a shamrock shake.
In 1980, McDonald's introduced the Shamrock Sundae, which consisted of vanilla ice cream topped with a mint green shamrock syrup. This product was later discontinued after 1 year due to poor sales. Also, in 2017, McDonald's introduced variants of the Shamrock Shake, including the Shamrock Chocolate Shake, the Shamrock Chocolate Chip Frap, the Shamrock Mocha, and the Shamrock Hot Chocolate. The most popular among these new items is the Shamrock Chocolate Shake, and students share if they would try one of these new shakes.
I probably would try a shake with chocolate and mint, just to see how bad it is.
No, that sounds kind of weird.
Since the shakes are to represent St. Patty's Day, they are only available for a limited amount of time. They usually go on sale late February up until March 17th. Frequent customers of the shakes believe they should be sold year-round, but others disagree and say that they should stay only limited.
I don't think they should have them year-round because it's kind of cool having like 1 month where, you only get to have them like one time a year.
It is clear Shamrock Shakes still remain popular among customers of McDonald's, and it is also a great way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, even if you're not Irish. This has been Lisa Holleran reporting for Monthly Remind, Season 22.
You just watched Lisa's segment on Shamrock Shakes. Now here's my segment on spring sports tryouts. Watch how people are preparing for the 3rd spring sports tryouts of the 2017-2018 season. Every March at Township, the spring sports season starts. The spring sports include baseball, softball, tennis, girls and boys lacrosse, track and field, and boys volleyball. Spring sports tryouts partially include incoming underclassmen who are trying out for the team. For some, it can be the most intimidating part of their freshman or sophomore year. For others, they knew what to expect and have been practicing the sport since they were in elementary school. In some spring sports tryouts, such as volleyball and lacrosse, the freshmen trying out are labeled by a number on a white shirt rather than their names. With seeing the many incoming freshmen and sophomores, seniors are reminded of the same process they had to go through.
It was really intimidating coming in freshman year and seeing all the really good juniors and seniors, and it was just nerve-wracking to think that I would be playing with them soon.
Being an underclassman was kind of difficult just because I was a scrawny kid, but I would say a lot of kids think it's pretty easy, but in the end it's more difficult than it seems.
It is hard being a freshman on the team. I've been practicing since I was young, so it's not as hard, but it's really intimidating me with all these older kids having to run to their expectations and run like them.
The athletes trying out go through some of the most intense workouts for some of the sports they're playing. For volleyball, the athletes have to run at least 120 paces in order to make the team. In baseball, the athletes have to hit against a ball machine, pitching baseballs at almost 80 miles per hour.
Since the bad weather we've had recently, we've been practicing in the gym, and the tryouts were in the gym, so it's really hard with all the hard balls that are hit to you off the wood floor, and we've been running around in a really small space.
Most of the exercises that are really challenging would be during tryouts. We do things like townships where we follow the lines, and then we run the entire court, and then we also run the mile. So I would say during tryouts, that's pretty challenging.
All of our workouts are really hard. They put a lot of strain on us, and we have to run as hard as we can, and it's really tough having to run like the older kids as freshmen and having to keep up with their speed.
Tryouts may seem like a hard process, but the coaches and captains must carefully choose who would make a good fit to the team, making the sport their first responsibility rather than just accepting anyone. This is why the athletes must know the commitment they have to make before they decide to try out for a spring sport.
With all my extracurricular activities and all the senior year events, it's really hard to balance everything out, but the coaches work hard with us to make sure that we get to participate in everything.
I would say it's pretty difficult just because it's my senior year, so I have a lot of events and dances and coming up, but in the end I would say it's worth it.
It's tough going to practice every single day and having to go to practice on Saturday and Sunday.
Of course, the goal for every team is to get to the finals or championship game. Putting the trophy in the trophy case is the goal for many and is the reason behind staying dedicated and trying as hard as they can in every game.
The new players and the returning players are really good this year, so I'm hoping that we can make it to states and hopefully win this year.
I would say so, yeah. We have a lot of good new guys that are coming in, and our seniors have gotten really good, so I think we'll get pretty far this year.
Yeah, I have really high hopes for the season. I think our team's going to win a lot of our races, and we're going to meet our goal and do really, really well at sectionals.
All in all, this year's athletes for spring sports definitely have high hopes for the season. Once tryouts week is done, comes the practices every single day, and soon enough their first games. Teams are hopeful that another trophy will be placed in the trophy case and hopefully a name on the championship banners around the school. This is Brandon Searles with Monthly Rewind, Season 22.
That was Brandon's segment on spring sports. And if you're anything like me, most of your childhood was spent watching American Idol. American Idol has brought great stars, including Carrie Underwood, Kelly Clarkson, Philip Phillips, and many more. Recently, the popular American TV show has come back for another chance with a whole new set of judges and a brand new channel. Watch my segment to find out a little bit more about the revival series. American Idol originally began airing on Fox way back in 2002. Even if you didn't watch the show, I'm sure you know some of its most notable winners, including Carrie Underwood, Jordan Sparks, Kelly Clarkson, and many more. The show ran for 15 seasons until being canceled by Fox in 2016 to the dismay of many fans. But in May 2017, ABC acquired the rights to the show and announced that the show would return to television in 2018.
I was really excited to hear that American Idol was coming back because it was one of my childhood favorite TV shows.
Honestly, I had no opinion when it started coming back. It was a little rough when it ended at first, but I was really curious to see how they would step it up when it came back. So I guess I was a little curious when it started, but yeah.
Yes, I was excited for the American Idol to come back on TV. I enjoy it.
The show came back to our screens for a two-night premiere on March 11th and March 12th. Ryan Seacrest returned as host, and the show has a new row of judges, singers Lionel Richie, Katy Perry, and Luke Bryan. None of them have previously judged other competition shows before, but all three of them are getting great reviews, and they're all a great fit to be judging together, especially Katy Perry. Although some people feel that the judges are too nice and wish that one of them would be a shark like Simon Cowell. People gave me their views on what they think of the new judges.
I don't know. I like Lionel Richie. He's actually seems like he knows what he's doing. Luke Bryan he's completely clueless. He looks like. Katy Perry's good though. She's pretty funny.
Well, I find Luke Bryan to be an interesting choice. Country's kind of a niche genre. Lionel Richie, I feel like he would know what he's talking about. Katy Perry, she's the only one that I'm kind of iffy on.
The new set of judges, I mean, they're interesting because they are popular in the music field. They're not producers or stuff like that. They're actual singers. So I feel like they can give more advice as to how to get better because they've experienced it themselves.
People are saying that the talent so far in the show is beyond great. So far, the talent on the show has gotten great reviews, and everyone's looking forward to a great season, thinking there's going to be some tough competition with all the talent. One audition even made Katy Perry cry. Of course, as usual, there's the bad auditions for the people who can't sing, but the judges give them advice on how they can better themselves. The age restriction remains the same, with it being you must be 16 years old to audition. Some of the people who auditioned are only 16, and the judges could not believe that they were only 16. They even had a 7-year-old come on with her 16-year-old sister, and the judges gave her a ticket to Hollywood to be valid in 2026. People gave their views on what they think of the new talent this season.
The talent overall is really good. Like, it's crazy that some of these people are just like, they come out of nowhere and everything like that. It's really, yeah.
The talent so far, I feel, is quite average, maybe average plus. As we move forward in the next couple of weeks, we're probably going to see a lot more new talents. But right now, I give it an average plus.
I think the talent's been really good. They've given me chills so far. I think it's great because they've been showing a lot of the good people and not a lot of like people that just come in to get on TV. So I think it's like showcasing the talent a little bit more, and that's why people are coming out for it.
Everyone can hardly wait to find out who the winner of this season of Idol will be, but we won't find that out for a few months. But what we can find out now is how this season of Idol will play out, especially with the new additions, with the new channel, the new judges, and the new fresh talent, and there's many of more of that to see as the season progresses with more auditions and all the other competition parts of the show. From Monthly Rewind Season 22, I'm Alexa Muter.
That was Alexa's segment on American Idol's revival. Now around this time last year, March specifically, in Monthly Rewind Season 21, I made a segment on the Nintendo Switch, Nintendo's brand new console. Now a lot has happened with Nintendo over the past year and their new system, so in this segment I'm going to talk about what has happened and Nintendo Switch, the 1-year anniversary, also their Nintendo Direct that they had to kind of promote the 1-year anniversary and release some new stuff to see what we're going to have in 2018. On March 3rd, 2017, Nintendo released their newest gaming console, the Nintendo Switch. This was their next home console release since the Wii U, which was widely accepted as a failure due to poor marketing. However, the Switch blew people away since its announcement and brought Nintendo back on top with more sales than any other console at launch. With a great start, Nintendo was able to keep the momentum up, and it still continues to do so today, 1 year after launch. From being projected to outselling their most popular console to developing an outstanding library in just 1 year, fans are excited and amazed by the Switch's success.
I was just so surprised by the technology and the portability and how it was an at-home console and a portable console at the same time. And then once I got that lineup, then it just blew me away.
The idea, concept, it was there, but I didn't know if they were going to prove anything from it, because when it came out, I didn't really expect much from it. Automatically putting on the home dock and then just playing right from your house is also insane, like instantly too. So it has truly exceeded my expectations.
With the Switch wowing millions of game fans across the globe, the system has been selling really well. So well to the point that it was hard to find within the first few months of launch. Outstandingly, the Switch has sold 16.7 million units in just the first year, with many huge gaming titles on the way. The Wii, released in 2006, has a lifetime sales number of 101 million. Many fans have looked into the analytics, and with how well the Switch is doing, it has a chance of outselling one of the most legendary consoles.
Well, I follow many Switch reporters, and they say that the Switch can definitely outsell the Wii. In the first year of the Switch being out, it has so many sales, and I think it could definitely outsell the Wii.
It doesn't surprise me if the Switch is on the path to outselling the Wii, just due to the fact that it's got all this newer technology and all these newer games coming out. I think the public is much more interested in purchasing the Nintendo Switch than they were purchasing a Nintendo Wii back in the day.
The only AAA first-party game available at the time was Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, with many more to come. However, that library expanded to over 100 games in just 1 year.
When it first launched, the only thing that came out was Breath of the Wild, which was, Breath of the Wild won Game of the Year, which I'm not surprised because it was an amazing game. But, having one game is kind of hard. Sometimes you want some variety. But now that, compared to then, Switch has so many games.
There's like Zelda and 1-2 Switch, but now there's like Splatoon 2, there's Mario Kart, There's a lot of games for everyone on the Switch, which makes it so much better.
Speaking of games, Nintendo held a streamed video event on March 8th, the Friday after the 1-year anniversary of the system. In this update, they announced a new Smash Bros. Title that will be coming to the Switch, which absolutely turned the gaming community on its head. Twitter, YouTube, along with other media platforms exploded with Smash Bros. Hype.
Oh, I'm very excited for the new Smash, especially, you gotta remember, Sakurai promised us that Smash 4 for the Wii U was the last Super Smash Bros. Coming out. So, nobody saw this new Smash game coming out this year for the Switch. I'm really excited, can't wait to get my hands on it.
I'm a huge Smash fan. Like, I've been a Smash fan all my life. And knowing that it's coming to the Switch, it really surprised me, and I was watching it with a friend. Me and him both went crazy. So did everyone else who watched it live, and it was just really crazy. I'm super excited for this announcement.
I'm extremely excited for Smash. Smash has always been a great game. The whole entire franchise of Smash Bros. Has been amazing. Melee, Brawl, the Wii U version was even good as well. It's still pretty exciting because the game can never fail.
Yes, even though it is just a game, Smash means a lot more than that to many fans around the world. Here is just a sample of how impactful this announcement was in the community. With Smash and many more games on the way, the Switch seems to have a very bright future ahead of it. Fans share how they feel the Nintendo Switch will move on in its life.
I expect there to be even more games, even more creative games, because Nintendo is always surprising us over time.
I think we got a lot to look forward to in the near future with the Switch as far as new games coming out and then, of course, sequels to the new games. There's definitely a lot of opportunity, and there's definitely going to be some hours put into playing the Switch.
I think the Switch is going to have better games in the future, and they're also going to be making the Nintendo Labo and using the Joy-Cons, using their HD Rumble. It'll bring many kids to play the game, because right now most of the Switch players are mostly adults that play it right now.
Overall, Nintendo fans across the world are overjoyed with the success of the Switch, and from how things are looking right now, the success is to continue for a long time. With amazing third-party support, a plethora of companies are working hard to get their games on the Switch for some great mobile and home gaming experiences. The Nintendo Switch did a great job in its first year 2017, and hopefully it will hold up just as well in the upcoming years. This is Tom Kupsetter from Monthly Rewind Season 22.
Nintendo Switch!
You just watched Tom's segment on the Nintendo Switch 1-year anniversary. Now we have one more segment left of the March show. Now watch my mail time and stay tuned.
You know, I really love St. Patrick's Day because you get to dress up in green and I don't know, The Leprechaun is an awful movie, but it's kind of fun to watch, and you get to dress up as little people and stuff. I mean, I like it.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there. So message from a leprechaun. There you go.
From a leprechaun?
From a leprechaun.
Dear Monthly Rewind, it looks like my gold ended up in your classroom. Please find it for me. Thanks. Lil Leprechaun.
If I had a pot of gold, I think I would buy a bigger pot of gold.
If I found a pot of gold, I'd probably money is power, so I would use that money to buy different companies and just impress people, you gotta impress the women.
If I found a pot of gold, I would probably, unlike John, I wouldn't use it as power because that is the wrong thing to do. I would just probably buy floor tickets to concerts for the rest of my life.
If I found a pot of gold, you know what I would do? Cruella. Cruella all the way, okay? Buy every single piece of merch from their online store because why not? And then every single Cruella show, go to every single one. Doesn't matter where it is. My pot of gold will give me all of my plane tickets, all of my hotels, just to see Cruella in every single city they play in.
Wake up, Township. Today is St. Patrick's Day, and I'm finna get rich. Let's find that pot of gold, baby.
Yo, Tommy Cops, I gotta go find this pot of gold, my man. Maybe it's in here.
That's it.
Is there a pot of gold in here?
Pot of gold. Hey! Where's my pot of gold?
You know, we spent this whole time looking for the gold, and really, you know, it was right in front of us. Like, our friendship, these guys, Brandon, Jeff, everybody. My friends are the gold, and that's what's worth it.
I don't even care that I was searching for this pot of gold with my friends. I just wanted the pot of gold.
Somebody sent her a pen.
Making memories was definitely the real goal of the day.
You just watched Kyle's Mail Time. Thank you for watching our magnificent March show. Please stay tuned to our awesome April show next month.
Oh, I got some tricks out here. Here, let's do this. Look at this. Everyone can hardly wait to see who the winner of this season of Idol will be. And everyone can hardly wait to see who the winner fresh talent that we will see more of coming as the season progresses. Oh my God. I'm never going to get this. It's like the 10th time I've had to do this. To come as the season progresses. I hope